Let's welcome in our next guest, Sumeet Bagadia of Choice Broking now joins us. Sumeet, good afternoon. This sort of a recovery that we are seeing ahead of expiry, you think next 2 days will be interesting?
Hi, good afternoon, Pankaj. Yes, absolutely. There is a possibility that expiry week we can see a volatile move also. But looking at the trend at present, it seems that Nifty is moving in a range. Range is at 8600 derivative wise we have good support, and 8580 technical levels we have very good support. If you remember from past couple of days we have been mentioning that Nifty is moving in a range, and on downside it has major support at around 8580 levels, and on higher side Nifty has important resistance at around 8700 and 8730 levels. So till the time these levels are not taken away, I think Nifty will move in a range. Anytime either side breakout will give 200 to 300 point upside or downside move in the Nifty. For the breakout, Nifty needs to break levels of around 8730 on higher side and 8580 on low and 8580 on lower side. Either side breakout will give 200 to 300 points. At present, we feel that Nifty will move in the same range.
Right. So right now, you would not want to do anything major because the levels are quite close?
Yes, see, if anyone wants to play with a small stop loss purely for a 1 or 2 days, then one can take chance by taking a buy position at around 8620, 8630 Nifty spot levels with a stop loss to be placed at 8580 for the targets of 8700 and 8730 levels purely for a day or two.
Right. As far as, something like a BHEL is concerned, so, I remember you had told me that the 200 DMA is around the 147 mark. It should not cross that. And if I actually look at, yesterday's high, it's I think just close to that level. It's around the 145, 146 mark. Of course, when you had told me also the 200 DMA would have changed. Do you think it will continue to see a decline from here on?
Yes, Pankaj, absolutely. You are absolutely right. It has taken the resistance at around those levels. And thanks for remembering the view. As far as the present view is concerned, yes, it's looking weak. From present levels, we can see some more correction in the counter in BHEL, and on downside, there is a possibility that we might see correction of around 6 to 7 rupees from present levels. That means there is a possibility that we might see levels of around 132 or 130 in next couple of days. Now, fresh buying or fresh bullishness in the counter will be seen only if BHEL is able to cross 145, 147 levels. Till that time, these levels are not taken away convincingly. Any pullback of 2 to 3 rupees from present levels on higher side should be used as a selling opportunity for the targets of 132 and 130 levels in next couple of days.
HPCL, how would you look at that after the correction today?
Well, see, overall, I think BPCL, HPCL and IOC, all these three counters are looking good to me. HPCL has given a correction today and it has broken the support levels. I think because of the weakness in the counter, there is a possibility that some more correction in the counter can be seen till 1120 or 1110 levels. This is just the knee-jerk reaction of the selling pressure which we are seeing today. So there is a possibility that we might see a correction of around 30 to 40 rupees from present levels.
Right, but all the three names are looking good?
Yes, see, overall all the three names are looking good to me. I think for a time horizon of 2 to 3 months, if anyone wants to initiate a position, then IOC is the best counter to initiate a trade in and to initiate a position for next 3 months time horizon. I think IOC is overall a very good stock. It has given a breakout. It's trading near higher levels. I think anytime if the IOC is able to break 575, 580 levels on higher side, then we will see a move of around at least 10% from the levels of 585, 590. That means we can see move till 650 levels in next 3 to 4 months time horizon. If by chance because of the volatility or because of the fluctuation, there is a possibility that we might see correction of 20 to 30 rupees from present levels, then that should be used as a buying opportunity. I have a strong conviction on IOC that we will see 580, 585 very soon, and above that, closing with volumes above 585 levels, we will see levels of around 650 also in next 3 to 4 months time horizon.
How would you look at IGL? 2 days, very good move.
See, Pankaj, IGL has already given a very good upside move. Stock has given a one-way rally. Still, it's looking strong on charts because it's trading near higher levels. But fresh longs are not advised at present levels. If anyone is having positions, then they can hold on their existing positions, because on higher side, immediately we can see levels of around 775, 780, and then we can see levels of around 800 also. So existing positions can be hold on, but fresh longs are not advised at present levels.
Right. Just a last word on Idea, then I'll come back after closing.
Well, I think it's better to avoid the counter at present levels because the counter need to sustain above 100 for next couple of days with volume. I think today is the first move where we are seeing a move of around 5 to 6 rupees. But we need to wait for 1 or 2 days. If the conviction is strong with the volumes, or we see a continuously good move in the Idea, then only one should initiate long position. Otherwise, it's better to avoid the long position in the counter.
Right. Sumit, just request you to stay on with us. About a minute or slightly less than that remaining for markets to shut. Idea is the top gainer, 101. ICICI Bank is down 0.7. BHEL, 4% decline. Axis Bank, 0.5% higher, 583. Tata Steel down about 1%. NTPC down 2.5, 159, 159.6. ITC down about 1%, 251. Hindalco down about 0.19. Tata Motors about 30 paisa higher. Adani Ports up about 2 rupees. BPCL down 3.5. That was an impact of the IOC numbers. Power Grid absolutely flat. Sun Pharma down 8 rupees. Infosys up 2.5%. The entire IT pack did very, very well today. Aurobindo Pharma results post market hours 1.6% decline, 738 for Aurobindo Pharma. Bharti Airtel up about 1.3%, 354, 355. That's the closing bell. 10 points higher for the Nifty. The good or the way to look at it would be about 50 points higher from the day's low. Idea Cellular was the top gainer, 8% higher, 102, 103 towards the closing. 102, it's closed at the day's highest point. So that's a name which has done well today. 26 million shares in terms of volumes. Bank of Baroda, 2.5% higher, 164, 165. 15 million shares traded for BOB. 164 for Bank of Baroda. Extremely strong in terms of move, especially when you compare it to some of the other PSU banking names. Infosys, 2.4% higher, 1,039, 1,040 for Infosys. HCL Tech, TCS were also among the top gainers, so both these names particularly did well. HCL Tech, 2% sort of decline. TCS was down about 2% about 2,600 for TCS. About 7.5 lakh shares traded for that name. Let's look at some of the losers. I think BHEL would come up as the top loser on the Nifty pack. So if I look at what was losing out or what was seeing a decline, so BHEL was down 4.7%. It was the top loser. BPCL was down 3.6, 576, sorry. Tata Power down about 3%, 74.75, and NTPC down about 2.5. Aurobindo Pharma, Bajaj Auto, Tata Motors, DVR, L&T are some of the other losers. Sun Pharma, ITC, Sun Pharma, ITC, HUL also went down particularly. Aurobindo declares numbers post-market hours, 1.6% decline. Sun Pharma down about 1%, 1.03. L&T was down, ITC was down, Tata Motors, DVR was down about 1%. Let's look at the broader market space and what was happening there in terms of gains. So India Cements was up 8%. Actually, since 2 days it was doing very well. But then today it really went up. India Cements 8.5% higher, 140, 141. Let's look at that name, India Cements Limited, 28 million shares. Idea Cellular, of course, it's a part of the Nifty pack, that's why, but it's also coming in the mid-cap space. HOEC was up 6%, 52.53 for HOEC. Prism Cement was up 5. Prabhat Dairy was up close to 7. Shriram EPC was up close to 12. Overall, even in the mid-cap space, there were some sort of gainers. Let's look at the mid-cap losers as well. There were a lot of losers, by the way, today as well. So HPCL was down 5. Of course, it was on the results impact. 5.5% down, 5 million shares traded. Indoco Industries ended down 15%. They declared numbers during the course of the day. It first went down, then went up 8-9%. I mean, no, it was not up 8%, it was 8% of the lows. And then again down 15%, closing at the day's lowest point. 15% decline, 1.8 million shares. Kalyani Steel has been doing very well for the last few days. 5% decline today, but it has done phenomenally well off late. So 5.7% correction. Hindustan Copper was down 5. Ugar Sugar was down 5. Welspun India continues to be under the lower circuit. So it was down 20 yesterday. It's down another 20 today. Really no trade for that name. Treehouse Education and Accessories, or Z-Learn, both of them were down about 3-4% each. Now, they would tend to move in the ratio right now. Sterlite Technologies was down 4. Piramal Enterprise has been doing very, very well. It's down about 3.5, 4 odd percent. Texmo Pipe went down about 4 odd percent, and Globus Spirit was down close to 4. Birla Corporation, they acquired the Reliance assets, Reliance Cement assets that is. It's down close to about 3.5, 4% towards closing. Sumeet, any view on Bank of Baroda? It's doing pretty well versus the other PSU names.
Yes, absolutely. That Bank of Baroda has given a good move. I think immediately it can give some more upside from present levels. There is a possibility that we might see a move of around 5 to 6 rupees from present levels. That means on higher side, we can see a move till 170, 172 levels. I think if anyone wants to initiate a position purely for the trading perspective, then one can initiate at CMP also. And if there is a correction of 1 to 2 rupees from present levels, then also there is no issue in taking the long positions. Stop loss should be at around 158 on lower side for the immediate target of 170 and 172 levels.
Right. How would you look at Aurobindo Pharma? Results come out today evening.
Well, the counter has given a correction and it's facing pressure at higher levels. I think it will move in a range. Auro Pharma will move in a range of around 80 to 100 rupees. That means on downside, it will find support at around 710, 720 levels. And on higher side, it will face resistance at around 800 or 810 levels. I think if you get correction of around 10 to 20 rupees from present levels, that means till 730, 720, then those would be good levels to initiate long positions with a stop loss to be placed at 710 rupees on lower side for the targets of 790, 800. Any dip in the prices from present levels can be used as buying opportunity with a strict stop loss to be placed at 710.
Right. You know, results come out today, so it can open either side tomorrow morning. Say if it opens below the 715 or 710 mark, would the levels remain the same or it can change meaningfully?
See, if the Auro Pharma is able to break 710 on closing basis, then the counter will get weak for the targets of around 650, 640 levels. So 710 stop loss is required. If the counter is giving wide openings and if it opens below 710, then it will get weak. Then the counter will get weak. Then there is no point in initiating fresh long positions. But if the stock opens somewhere at around 730, 720, then one can initiate long position with a stop loss to be placed at 710. And on higher side, immediately the small resistance is placed at around 750. As soon as 750 is taken away, my conviction would be stronger for the targets of 800 levels.
Right. Just a last word on, what you would do with, some of the large cap names like, say a Bharti Airtel or a Bharti Infratel. Idea went up so much, these names can also see a spark.
See, I don't think so that telecom sectors will perform or will give very good upside move in a couple of days as there are lot of news going on with the counters. As far as Bharti Airtel range is concerned, I think it will move in a range. On higher side, it has resistance at around 375, 380 levels. And on downside, it has support at around 330 levels. The overall range for Bharti Airtel would be 330 and 380. Till that time, this range is not broken, it will move in the same range. If Bharti is able to break 310, then the counter will get weak for the targets of 300 or 280 levels. At the same time, if the counter is able to break 380 on higher side, then it can head for 415, 420 levels. So I think a breakout is required. Till the time breakout is not seen, it will move in the same range.
Right. Sumeet, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Hope you have a great day.